work is something that many of us have to do on many levels, and having migraines and work are not always entirely compatible. So many people have missed work from their migraines, and the World Health Organization says that migraines is one of the main causes of disability in the world, as well as suffering. And so they've recognized that it's even worse than some diseases that have worse labels, because people suffer more from it, miss more of work and life events. So in my migraine tracking system, I ask my patients every time, how many headaches have you had in the last 30 days? How many bad headaches have you had in the last 30 days? How many days have you had to take an acute medicine to try to treat your headache during the last 30 days, as opposed to just taking a medicine every day to prevent it? And then how many days have you missed work, life, school, major events? And so headache intensity is usually the first thing to get better as your headache improves. And then the headaches get to be less duration. And then finally, they get to be more headache-free days. And that's the pattern that we usually see as headaches get better and better. Then eventually you get to the point where you hardly have any headaches at all. You have to have 3 triggers combined, and no sleep and alcohol and stress all at the same time. And so it's human nature to not really remember what you had. So I have a lot of people come back, they come back in 6 months, they go, my headaches are the same. I'm really frustrated with this. I go, oh, that's too bad. Well, let's look at your note from last time. The last time you were having 19 headache days a month, 10 of them were bad, and you were taking acute medicine 9 days a month. And you just told me now you're having 5 headache days a month, 2 of them are bad, and you're not taking any medicine. So I'm glad that you're feeling better, and it's normal not to remember how bad you were. They go, oh, wow, I didn't really remember how bad I was. I guess I am better. So it's normal to remember sort of what happened to you recently, not what's happened a while ago. So I urge you to keep track of your headaches so that you know. What happens at work has 2 sides to it. One is the side of the person who has the migraine going, hey, I got a migraine. Either I'm absent, I miss work, that's called absenteeism, and then your coworkers are going, okay, Bob's gone again, so there's 5 of us, but now there's 4 of us to do 5 people's work. So that's just delightful. And then you come back, and then you're behind because they've left other stuff for you. Then you're trying to work double on the day you come back to make up for the time you're gone. And that doesn't really make for really harmonious relationships with your coworkers, because they're thinking they're doing your share of the work, and yet you're still getting paid. Some of these people say, hey, I haven't missed work in 3 years. And you're going, yeah, I miss one day a week because my headaches are bad and I've got FMLA for it. They go, well, good for your FMLA, but I'm working more than I should have to because you have your headaches. So the thing I would advise you to do is to reach out to these people and say, hey, I appreciate your compassion. I appreciate your understanding. I want to be an appropriate member of this team, and I'm going to do some things. I know sometimes I cause you guys hassle, that you have to come in on a day when you otherwise wouldn't have. You have to stay late to get the work done that I was supposed to do. So I'm going to volunteer to be the one who stays late when I feel good. I'll come in on a Saturday. I'll take a project like the ugly math project or something that nobody wants, that's harder to do. So try to look at it from a perspective of how can you contribute enough to the team that everybody will feel like, wow, Bob's gone some of the time, but he certainly works hard when he's here, and he goes out of his way to do things and help us and to be nice. And so those are kinds of things you can proactively do, because otherwise what comes up is, a headache is invisible, and you can't really see when somebody has a headache. You can see if they're suffering or pretending to suffer, if they're just pretending to have headaches. And I don't say that completely lightly, because I've had people who pretend to have headaches who didn't have migraines, who just read about them, came in back when we used to use narcotics for migraines, and they would get prescriptions for narcotics from us for years, or they'd steal prescription pads and do other things like that. So people who do that, and then people who always use their migraine as an excuse. It's like, yeah, I have a hangover. I just don't feel going to work. Call in, tell them you got a migraine. It's like it's invisible. People can't prove you don't have it. Well, if you're going to make up something, tell them you're throwing up. Nobody likes throwing up. Throwing up's icky. They don't want you throwing up on them. So don't give migraines a bad name and say you don't have one when you do. So ask for compassion. Try to do your share. And then when other people are hurting and having trouble, try to pitch in and help them as well. So it's a give and take type thing. So that's absenteeism. The other side is what's called presenteeism. And that means that you're there, but you're not really functioning on all cylinders. You've got brain fog, and or you're enough pain that you're reading, but you're missing some of the words, or you're answering the phone, but you're being crabby to people. And so that's presenteeism. So what we need to do is to keep working on the root cause, to keep getting your headaches under better control, to make you both from a neurologic headache standpoint and from an interpersonal standpoint more resilient, so you can bounce back from things, so you can go on with your life, so you can contribute to your work group if you're still working, so that things stay in balance. Because if I miss all this work and everybody's doing my work, I get a lot of, how's the headache, Bob? Oh, you got another migraine, huh? And so we don't really want that to happen. We want to cut that off of the past by being active members in the workplace and by trying to do our share and by trying to explain to people what the situation's like and how you intend to deal with it proactively to be a good member of the team. We want to be there for what you need. We're giving you all the tools we have because we want you to use traditional medicine, integrative medicine, diet, lifestyle, stress control, personal understanding, improved sleep. We want you to use all those pieces together to attack your migraine from every direction, so you can chop it down to size and just walk all over it and go on with your life. It's Dr. Bob. Take care.